More news, more than 200 police personnel have monitored the CCTV. According to footages of different locations, at least 13 people have been questioned. One Dr. Umar of Faridabad module is suspected to be inside the vehicle. However, to exactly identify, DNA reports are actually awaited. So that's more news. Anshul is now joining us. Anshul, whether this Umar who's been now nabbed in Shambura and the Dr. Umar are the same people, or are they just two different people with the same names? You have to establish who's this person who's driving the car in Delhi. If Ishan is confirming to us that both Umar and Amir have, who are sons of a person who lives in Shambura village, have actually been picked up by the cops. So there are multiple dots to connect and also multiple gaps or blanks that need to be filled in this investigation. Yes, Anshul.
So at this point in time, the Delhi police suspects that the person who is driving the vehicle is actually one Dr. Umar, who belongs from Faridabad and is probably the part of the Faridabad module that was busted just a few days ago by the Jammu Kashmir police and the Faridabad police. Now, in the investigation that has been done till now, the pictures that you are seeing on your screens at this point in time, this is of this could be of Dr. Umar, is what the police suspects at this point. However, since the body is in absolutely decapitated condition when the blast happened, and hence the body has still not been identified of the person who was sitting inside the vehicle. But from the footages that has been accessed by CNN News 18 and from the footages that has been seen by Delhi police at this point in time, this could be Dr. Umar, who could be a part of Faridabad module. At this point in time, the samples that were received from nearby the vehicle that had exploded, they have been sent for forensic testing and DNA testing as well. Once the DNA testing comes back, it would be abundantly clear if at all this is the same
How
Dr. Umar.
How is the Dr. Umar of the Faridabad module connected, Anshul? Why was he one who the authorities could not arrest? Because we did talk about Dr. Umar and Dr. Muzammil, but who is this Dr. Umar and why is it? Why is it that the authorities believe that he could be the one driving the car?
Well, if you look at the investigation that has been done by the Faridabad police and the Jammu Kashmir police, there was one doctor who was still at large, and we had reported about this yesterday as well, that there is another suspected doctor who is still at large, and the name of that doctor was Dr. Umar itself. Now, since this person whose photo has come out looks very close to that description of Dr. Umar, and hence the Delhi police suspects at this point in time that this could be Dr. Umar himself who was driving the vehicle and has probably carried out this benign sort of an attack, because if in these CCTV footages as well, it can be seen that the vehicle seems absolutely empty, and eventually the blast that happened from the rear end of the vehicle as well, is what the Delhi police sources have told us, and they have found out in the investigation. So probably whatever explosive was there was put in the either in the rear end boot of the car, or probably on the back seat of the car. But since the DNA sampling has still not been done, it could take another 24 hours for the DNA sampling reports to come out. Then it would be abundantly clear if there are direct links between Faridabad terror module and the
So there are Anshul, Anvit, Ishan and Ankur and Arunima, all of them actually tracking these details, viewers. So there are multiple layers to this. Dr. Umar was part of the Faridabad module, but he escaped and he was at large. Was he the one driving the car on Monday evening? Because there's only one person who's driving the car. It's got to be established via DNA sampling. The Umar who's been arrested in Shambura village in Pulwama is Amir's brother. Amir is the one receiving the key, the token key from the car dealer on behalf of Tariq. So that Umar is different. This Dr. Umar is different, but are they all somewhere connected? What was Dr. Umar, if he was the one driving the car last evening, doing? Was he ferrying remaining explosives away somewhere, or was he in a haste because the module being busted? Was he trying to look at a place where he could cause damage and in the end also give himself up in terms of a suicide bomb attack? Or did this car bomb go off before it was actually intended to, or where it was actually intended to? This is all subject matter of investigation, but to track the car is important. So investigators are tracking the i20 connected to the recent Delhi blast, and they have now pieced together it's a route through the day, roughly. Since the time 8 a.m. it enters the Badarpur border, what happened and where did it go? And it's revealing key movements and timings from CCTV footage. More than 200 cops have actually monitored the CCTV footage thoroughly, tracking this movement of this car all across Delhi very, very carefully. The car was first captured near Kashmiri Gate, then seen moving through Daryaganj, then Sunehri Masjid, and finally it made its way to Red Fort, where it was reportedly parked between 3:19 p.m. and 6:48 p.m. on the day of the incident. Now this is critical. 3:19 p.m. and 6:48 p.m. For nearly 3.5 hours, this car was parked there, and 4 minutes after this car was moved out at 6:52 p.m., that's when the explosion is triggered. 6:48 p.m. the car is moving. 6:52 it explodes. Sources confirm that over 50 CCTV cameras across these areas have recorded visuals of the vehicle, helping authorities to establish a clear movement pattern. So that's critical. We'll try and go across to Anvit, Anshul, Arunima, Ankur, and also Ishan. Let's try and go across to Ishan and try and understand. Ishan is right outside Tariq's house. So who's this Tariq? This Tariq is a tipper driver, and Umar and Amir are his sons, or is Tariq a separate individual altogether from the household where you are? Ishan.
Well, he's a different individual, but what we have seen in last couple of days was one that, Umar and Amir Rashid are two brothers who live here. The picture that has been flashed since yesterday through our sources is of one of those persons who lives here. His name is Amir Rashid, but both the brothers have been picked up. Tariq is linked to them because they are friends. That's what we have been given to understand by our sources. And all of them have been picked up because he is the one who's holding the key, but the family says they have no clue about any other car except for this one, which is registered in Jammu and Kashmir JK13C7345 and is parked outside their house, that they have no clue about any other car. So let's make it very clear that there are two brothers, Amir and Umar, who live here, and the picture of Amir Rashid has come out purchasing that car. But there is another person called Tariq who has also been picked up, who is their friend of Amir, whose name has been flashing since yesterday. It's most likely that the SIM card that Amir was using and the Amir gave at the time of purchasing the vehicle in Delhi belonged to Tariq, and hence all of this confusion about the picture, about the names have emerged, because the Amir was possibly using the SIM card given by Tariq and that he gave in Delhi while making that purchase. So that's why the name started emerging as Tariq, but the picture was of Amir Rashid. Though now the agencies are connecting dots, all of them have been picked up for the investigation. Now the name that we are also hearing is about a Dr. Umar, who is a resident of Pulwama, and name of him is emerging that he could be part of the entire module, and he could be the one who was sitting in the car, who was driving the car, and later on he was the one who possibly could have triggered it. We don't know yet, but it seems like very unlikely. But this is the house where there is Pulwama connection. This is the house where they lived. One brother works as a plumber and another works as an electrician, and Tariq, I am told, works as a tipper driver, and all of them have been picked up yesterday evening by the Special Operation Group of the J&K Police, and their interrogation is going on. And what we also understand is that these dots have been connected, but it has a Pulwama connection to it, because all of those who have been picked up, or the doctor, they all are from Pulwama within the radius of 2 to 3 kilometers.
So they're all within a radius. This is again interesting, viewers. Ishan is now confirming to us here on this live broadcast that the Faridabad module doctor who was arrested, Amir Rashid, Umar Rashid, the two brothers who are friends of Tariq, the tipper driver, all three of them who are now under the custody of the cops, they all lived in a vicinity of 2 to 3 kilometers in the Pulwama district. So can there be a connection established? The house where Ishan is currently standing is not Tariq, the tipper driver's house. It's the house of Umar and Amir Rashid, brothers who are also friends with Tariq, and it is Amir Rashid in the picture collecting that symbolic key of the i20. That's the person. He and his brother Umar are friends with Tariq. Tariq's picture we don't have, Umar's picture we don't have, but who was driving the car in Delhi? Was it Dr. Umar, again from Pulwama? So there are two Umars. One is Umar Rashid, this guy, Amir Rashid's brother, and the other one is Dr. Umar, who is directly connected with Dr. Muzammil in the Faridabad module and who was absconding. Ankur is joining us, Ananya Bhatnagar joining us, but quickly taking you through is Arunima from the Jain temple site where body parts were found. She's done a report from there. Let's go to that.
This Jain Digambar temple as well. सर इस मंदिर के अंदर क्यों गए हैं फोरेंसिक वाले?
सर किसी के लिए कुछ पड़े हुए थे यहाँ पे शरीर का,
मांस के टुकड़े पड़े हुए हैं।
हाँ नहीं, अब तो रात में
ले गए हैं।
हाँ। थोड़े बहुत कहीं छत पे थे। हाँ। तो वही हमने बोले
कि मांस के टुकड़े ऊपर छत तक चले गए।
हाँ, और गाड़ी की नहीं वो इंजन के कहीं कुछ पड़े थे।
तो वो उसकी जांच करने गए। अच्छा, बहुत शुक्रिया। So you know what is being confirmed to us is that the impact of the blast was such that some body parts went right up to the roof, and that is what is being probed by the forensic team. There are some parts of the vehicle also that has been found inside the Jain Digambar temple, and all of that is being subjected to investigation at the moment. What we are getting in now is that.
So Arima getting us those details. So that was the temple, and because of the explosion, the temple was very close by, and there are certain pieces, body parts that were found there, also pieces. Now that's important for DNA tracing. Were there multiple people in the car? Does this belong to some of the victims who perished or got injured? There have been certain loss of limbs that has also been reported, viewers. Some things which are disturbing, but let's just hope that those who have who are injured, but some of them critically, they all pull through. 8 people have died, tragic turn of events last evening, but we are focusing on the investigation as pieces are coming in together of this entire puzzle, and it all seems to be connected. The terror module emerging from Pulwama, this incident at Red Fort emerging from Pulwama, the Pulwama connect of the car owners and the person who handed over the car. Were they all linked? Did they know each other? Because they all are living within a vicinity of 2 to 3 kilometers of each other. That's what Ishan has got us. So that's another bit of exclusive information here on CNN News 18, that all those linked to the Faridabad module and also to the Red Fort module, they were living within 2 to 3 kilometers of each other in Pulwama.